All right, hello, and welcome back to the Crossword vlog, aka Clog, Monday edition, and not, for now, Tuesday edition. That's right, it's not yet 7 p.m. on the West Coast, so the Tuesday puzzle is not available for me to solve. But I was feeling inspired to get some solving in, and yeah, I'll probably end up just stitching together the Tuesday puzzle onto the end of this video, but it'll be like two separate recordings. But yeah, we can take a look at last week's kind of sad results. We had this lovely sub-hour 5858 Make-A-Wish solve for Monday through Saturday, and then bad things happened on that Sunday. One of the worst puzzles they've ever published, in my opinion, of course. Um, this is clearly wrong, right? Yeah, this is like a completely random number. I don't know why that's still there. Anyway, um, should I do some live debugging of this? So I want it to be B11 divided by um, uh, no, that makes sense. Wait, is that actually accurate? No way. I was like, there's no way that in order to complete the 1 hour challenge, we need to average 8 minutes and 34 seconds per puzzle. But I think that's simply what happens if you divide 1 hour by seven equally spaced increments. So I think that sort of drives home exactly how challenging this is. But anyway, I've been rambling for long enough. Let's go ahead and look at this. I think Christina Iverson, that name seems familiar to me. I would not be surprised if she was a veteran constructor, which would bode well for my chances of solving this quickly. Looks like it's a little compact, not super flowy grid, but that's all right. Looks like the flowiness might be more in the longer acrosses. Let me adjust my position. Let's get started. Lasso, lobs, acre, uh, occur, the sun. Can I take your order? Set, brandy something, eels, an urn, undid a knot, spun, spite maybe? No, these are reeds. Paleo, underdress, drips or something, drool, maybe rates, owl, yeah, let's do drool there. Fancy tiles and fancy, okay. San Francisco, go and tell. Okay, move from an acrid. Take that. Fill up the gas. Bottled. Canned. No. Get a book deal. Nerds, I guess. Defense against the dark arts. Something sugar. That's salt. Added sugar. Edie, I think. Term. Those are senses. August. Museum. In lieu of. All's well. Word. maybe malt. Those are meals. Brandy Alexander, maybe? Lie. L. I wanted, I guess, Ellie. Paged. Text. Um, maybe a pedant, someone who's pedantic. Candyland. Yes. An oldie. Scorn. FDA. Go and tell. End at. Hand. Stand. Domes. Motto? No. Oh, yes. Oh, it's Warhol. Tween. Uh, straws. Thou. Shetland Islands. SSNs. Mosaic. NBA. I bet. Case. Odes. Right. Oreo. Triple A. Boy's name. Okay. Andy. Smartphone. PDAs. An ape. SO. Tadas. Volts. MVP. On tap. Gouge. Agent. Okay. Brandy. T-Man. Okay. And Y. A and Y. And Y. Okay, sure. Andy. They have lots of ands. Okay. Uh, Elia? Taxman. All right. That makes a bit more sense than Texman, to be fair. So not the best time ever, but still quite good. 0005, oh 07. I mean, 2 seconds, basically a rounding error. Let's go ahead and admire the puzzle. Didn't like it, to be honest. I like the theme, as an idea. They're Andy, so they have multiple ands. Um, the revealer feels like it's just sort of in a random spot. Um, and then, uh, like Candyland Handstand are both good. Shetland Islands is, um, yeah, it's a bit of a reach. And then Brandy Alexander, I'd never heard of that in my life. So I wasn't very happy to see that. Um, Yentl is unacceptable fill, especially for a Monday. Elia and Edie, both right next to each other in the grid, both not great in terms of proper nouns for a Monday puzzle. Um, I think Taxman is fine. That's on me for not getting that right. I'll admit that. Um, Weird partials, and that is fine, I guess. I just think, yeah, why, why did I not like this so much? Yeah, what was this clue? Art with tiles and fancy styles that might produce smiles. I think the that might produce smiles was, trying too hard, in my personal opinion. Art with tiles and fancy styles is cute enough. I think, you know, any art, the fact that half of the words of this do not relate to this sort of art at all, um, felt a little weird. It's like any art might produce smiles. I don't think a mosaic is any more likely to elicit a smile than a painting. In fact, might maybe less likely. Um, so there's stuff like that. I don't know. I guess as I look through the fill, it's pretty par for the course in terms of um, Monday stuff. Maybe even a little cleaner outside of this like Elia, Edie, Yentl stuff, which admittedly is fairly crossed. So I think where does that leave us? Well, I mean, two really long themers sort of dominate the feeling of the puzzle, and they're kind of nothing. Uh, yeah. Um, Underdress is good. Added sugar is fine as well. I don't know. I'm leaning very much towards a middle of the road 5 out of 10. Um, I think I'm trying to reset my rating system such that 5 is truly average. And I do think I'm more likely to, or I'm like equally likely to enjoy a puzzle more than this as I am to dislike a puzzle more than this. Actually, I think that's maybe not true. I think Yentl is bad enough um, that I think that knocks it down to a 4 out of 10. I think Yentl is just like a grid ruiner. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time, which may be in the next second, depending on how I stitch these. Great, hello, and welcome back to the Crossword Vlog, aka Clog Tuesday edition, and yeah, short intro edition because I'm stitching this together with yesterday's, which for you was a few seconds ago, but for me was many hours ago. Um, yeah, we're basically neck and neck with my best week ever, but these early week puzzles, you can't put much stock in them. Taking a look at this Tuesday, um, looks like a bit of a choppy grid, but at least kind of interconnected, so could go either way. I know I say that all the time, but yeah, let's just hope that these first couple of crosses are easy, and then we can just sort of work from there. And let me make sure the timer is visible. Let's get started. Probably S here, Sri Lanka. Don't know that. Ladled. Okay. Fruit punch. A taxi is hailed, X. Inbox. King Olaf the First, maybe? Food fight. SFO. Blanket draping. Emo. Rallied. Crumble. Use a scope. Something fair, an affair. Aim. Marinas. Skipper. Captain. Anti. Abut. Die down. Abide. Etc. Bring back from a furlough. Rehire. A caper. Panic. Corn something. Option. Most. Mast. Tune. GNU. Okay, let's go back up here. A star, a celeb, CC's, Eric Clapton, put celeb in, craters on the moon, Dalai Lama, cat toy, I get it, simile, Nash, Italy it must be, an arc of a circle, nuclear family, could it be red clay, Hydra, Chia Pet, Acai, Carl Sagan, Anti, Inert, and like windows. Get it? Maybe C, ease, two pools of light, eyes, go on a pub crawl, carouse, con, stoves, ranges, banana slug, pained maybe, addle, pork chop, phobia, IPO, on ice, Proctor's Q. Okay, rapture, on castle defense, maybe a moat, NPR, no. Not personal shopper, maybe an E here, non, you'd think it'd be like multiple, Proctor's Q. Something elm, like a sap elm? Allah, okay. I kind of want this to be like an aid or something. Something day? Game day. So maybe it's not pork chop. Oh, lamb chop. Okay. George Beatty, maybe? This could be New York Times. Um, Balsam? Is that a thing? Begin. Elation. Stereo. Brett. Okay. I kind of like this area. Fair, crumble, marinas. That all looks okay. Looking for obvious typos. Rio, REO. Similes. Similes, okay. I don't understand that one, but maybe it's right. Banana slug. Addle. This all looks okay. Craters. Nash. See right? Yeah. Option. Balsam. I mean, I'm not confident in balsam, to be honest, but game day makes sense to me. Voting against. Pained. I'm a little pained at the moment, to be honest. Get it? See. Okay. Yeah, this is weird. I definitely feel like I have correct answers in here. Balsam. Okay, yeah, could this be wrong? Those are definitely tunes. I think lamb chop is for sure right. IPO is for sure right. Food fight. I missed. That makes more sense, I guess. Um, Unfortunate, I would say on that one. I think we were on track for a sub five, but you know, it got stuck at the end. Um, yeah, so theme here is a cute little whatever. It's a food fight, so it's like a fruit punch, like a punch relating to fruit, a chop relating to lamb, a slug relating to banana. Um, I think corn belt. I think of belting as like yelling, rather than some sort of like attack, like a punch. Um, Also, of course, if we're being sticklers here, it is a little weird that, banana slug and corn belt are not food themselves, but fruit punch and lamb chop are kind of foods themselves. So there's a little bit of thematic, uh, I don't know, disconnect there. Although I'm usually not a stickler for those things. I did generally like this puzzle. I think I just struggled with, yeah, I didn't really read this clue, so that's sort of on me. Um, I think the this area felt really hard to me for some reason, and I think it might just be the fact that I put in pork chop here to start. I think that's what they were trying to avoid with whose name became an endearment. I don't think people say pork chop as a term of endearment, but lamb chop makes more sense. So again, I think all of the struggle that I had is really on me rather than the puzzle. I don't love balsam here, but it is crossed fairly. Also, stuff like Olaf 1, not great. Um, yeah, this one's totally on me. I think the medium length fill is okay, but not great. I think red clay and Carews are both like whatever. Same thing with craters and simile, uh, marinas and crumble. I think game day might be the best out of the medium length fill, and there's really no long fill to think of or to speak of. So where does that leave this? I think it's a cute little theme. I think this is definitely better than the average puzzle, certainly better than the Monday puzzle. So I'm going to give this one a light 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.